Hey, what's going on, y'all? Joshua Deal here, coming to you on behalf of Boonedox. I'm going to show you how to do the rod rest installation. So in front of me I have basically the unpackaged parts. We have the cross braces with the pre-mount holes. You have the supports and the mounting hardware for the supports. There's also going to be wall anchors and wall supports in the package as well. I've actually left those out of this because everybody's got a little bit of different preference on how they approach this. I'm going to use my own screws and work off my studs on the wall. So as we jump into it, I'll show you in a little bit more detail how we go about that. I have gone and chased a few other parts. I got my stud finder. I went and grabbed my level, and I might grab another part or two before it's over with. I also have my drill sitting over here off to the side. So let's jump right into it. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna go find my studs on the wall and kind of give a general idea of where I wanna mount this. My studs are spaced on 15-inch on-center spacing. You don't have to mount to the studs. Like I said, Boonedox provides the anchors and the wall supports for it. This kit is overly light, and so you're not going to have any problems just mounting it straight drywall. It's just a matter of preference for me. Alright, so we found my first stud. For those of you that have done this before, you guys know that basically electrical outlets are mounted and affixed to the stud, and so we're just going to use that as an easy frame of reference in this one. Now that I found my stud, I'm going to switch over to my level, and I'm going to grab one of the racks briefly, one of the crossbars briefly, kind of like so. And the other thing I'm going to do here is I'm just going to get a general estimate on what the spacing is between the holes. Looking at this, the holes are patterned at 16-inch spacing, so that's very, very simple. So on my end, I've basically marked the center of my stud, and I'm going to work from the center of my stud, and I'm going to figure out how high I want to put it, which I'm going to put it a little bit high because I like my stuff a little bit higher in the air. I'm going to go ahead and level it off. I'm going to go ahead and mark the wall at the first location and the second location. Okay. I'm gonna let them hang out just a little bit, and that's intentional because there's got to be something for the rack to grab onto. Okay, so by choice, I went out and grabbed my square. I just grabbed a big drywall square, and I grabbed it intentionally. Basically, in theory, if my screws are already square and level, then my beam should already be square. Okay, so I want to come 45 inches out, and so basically that sits at 1/8 of an inch, and so I'm going to move over to 45 inches. I can double check the fact that I'm level, which I can see here, and then I'm going to come in and make my pencil hole there. You don't have to use a square. There's other ways that you can approach this. This is just how I chose to approach it. And then, just like I did before, I'm going to come down 16 inches and make another mark, and that's going to be my other post. Okay, so once the hardware is installed, the next part is to make sure that this slot from the slotted bar, from the slotted console, is actually facing the right direction. All right, we want that to, in this case, I'm gonna make it face inward. All right. Okay. Now that we've got both of our crossbars mounted, we're going to start installing our tracks, our guide star tracks. So these are pretty simple. Single holes in them. Basically come with the mounting hardware on the back side. Try not to lose them. All right, y'all, now it's just time to put up the hangers. What I recommend doing is presetting your hangers, and I'll explain that here in a moment. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 5 of these, because there's 5 for each side. I'm going to get the screw, and then I'm going to get the T-plate for it, and I'm basically going to set it up like so. And this is just a preference. You can do this however you like. Some people got other ways they like to do things. This is just the way that I like to do it. I'm going to basically make 5 of those for each side. All right, once I got my 5 for each side, I'm going to go ahead and preset them. The easiest way that I found to do this is to go ahead and pull the cap off the bottom and start sliding them in vertically. We'll come back and we'll tighten those up in a moment. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. All right, to make this process a little bit easier, I went and grabbed a 5/32 hex head. Make this a little bit simpler. Figure out how I want my spacing to be. For me, I'm going to take one all the way to the top. That's what I usually do with the items that I don't use. And then we're just going to try to evenly space them out. Now for me, I think the way that I'm going to handle this at this moment in time is I'm just going to take my square. And then I'm going to bring my square up here like so. My choice, not a requirement. All right. There's my first piece up. And the only reason why I'm doing this with the other ones is just to make sure that they're square. It's a choice, not a requirement. You know, to each their own. I want my stuff to sit relatively flush. Be mindful of wall spacing and what you have available. All right, y'all, that's a wrap. We've got the rods up on the rack, and the rack is holding steady. As you can see, you can kind of space the rods however you choose to space the rods. I'll figure out how to put more on this over time and use it to the best of its advantage. Anyway, until next time, I hope you found this video useful. Go check out this product on the Boonedox webpage. I'll make sure I put the link down below. If you will, give me a like, share, and follow. I appreciate you, and until next time, keep it real.